Come on, Vec. It's just another day's ride south until we reach the hunting spot. Should have plenty to discuss to keep ourselves entertained for another day on horseback. What? Don't have any stubborn debates to justify why you majors want to take this land and then turn all the nature around you into magical paints? Well, forgive me for my gross truncation of your motives, but the Highlanders are the children of nature. So the idea of you all ruling this land and making it look like your own puts quite a sour taste in our mouths. Huh. The more towers I see built up, the more I just want to tear them down. Yeah, well, once your tower goes up, the life of the world around it begins to wither. Your magic is kind of like a tick, draining the life off the Avenir, so you can perform your little spells and shit. One tick is close to harmless, but how many mages do you think back in your homeland are casting magic as a daily resource? My prediction to you is that if your magic goes unchecked, it'll be the doom of us all. Once nature has no more left to give, what then? When the Avenir has bled their last drop, so you can heat your drinks with fire magic in the morning. What is the state of the world after? For the people who claim to be the smartest of mankind here, your short-sightedness is all too evident. No, I'm not saying magic is wrong. It's a gift of the Avenir, and you're able to live as you please. But if not done in moderation, your people will bring about a problem to which there is no answer. That is why we do not tamper with it. It's beyond what man can truly control. And then, when you can't control it, it controls you. I've seen it done time and time again. Your current Supreme Magister is a man of conquest and greed. If that were not true, we would not be at war. If your people came without the prospect of taking the life of the world around you, then we may have shared this new land. But he wouldn't listen, now would he? Power corrupts. That's why we Highlanders have no king, no supreme leader. We believe each man is his own king. His land is his kingdom, and each man will fight to protect his kingdom from the forces that intend to harm it. That's why we fight, little white robe. Until your sovereign pulls the film of amassing more power through magic and destruction from his eyes. So the Highlanders stick with the work of our hands and the providence of the world around us. We have no need to tap into powers that were kept hidden from us for a reason. We keep sacred the land that was handed down to us by the Ataman and the Avenir. What are the Ataman and the Avenir? It is what we Highlanders believe mankind descended from. We don't follow your divines, therefore we don't believe we came from them. We believe that man came from two creatures at the beginning of time. The Ataman were these bearish beast-like creatures, of which descended men, and the Avenir were the fair tree-like beings of the forest and nature, of which descended women. The Ataman were rugged and strong, born of the water when the world began, and the Avenir were beautiful and wise, who came from the trees and the ground. When they met, they found a fondness for each other's people, and became one, who then blessed this world with the gifts of nature and birthed mankind from their union. We Highlanders are the sons of the Outer Men and the daughters of the Avenir. We live as one with the world around us as our predecessors did, and we believe we came from nature until we shall return. And that is the way of the Highlander. But your divinist would disagree. But even so, that is still the legend that shapes our people, our culture, and our way of life. Therefore, that puts our peoples into direct conflict. Vek strive to learn more of various magics because it puts them closer to their divines. But in doing so, it'll only hurt the natural world around it. We could exist together, if only your magic was contained. Until then, we fight for this land our fathers promised us, to save its life. How's that for justifying war? And no, I don't believe that you intended to do this to our land. But the ones who give you your orders do. And if you're gonna be a pawn in the harm of a land, you know better than the corrupt ones who issued the command. Think for yourself. Do what you believe. Follow your own heart. There comes a time when being a good soldier and following orders just means you're a means to someone else's end. Well, why do you think you're still alive? You dropped your spell book for long enough for us to have an actual conversation, and look at that. Not so barbaric, are we now? Too bad you had to be at the end of an axe to see past the words of those who claim to know what we are. So tell me, Vek. Now that you know us, now that you know who we are, what we fight for, and what we believe, are we really so terrible that war has to ravage this land? If you say yes, then know that the power of the Highlanders does not lose any war. And if you say no, then one day we might have a chance at peace again. It'll just take people like you to open your eyes and see life through another's. Now what about you? Oh yes, we still have a day's ride, and I'm very interested in hearing more about your divines and how you Vek first discovered magic. Color me fascinated with those intelligent little minds of yours. What? I'm not evil. I wouldn't mind the Vek coming over, if they were all like you. You seem like a good person, who has, been caught in the wrong lines of fire. You don't like violence, yet they send you out to fight their battles. This war isn't fair. And I'd like to at least get to know a Vek if you're gonna come over to our land until this war clears. While we share different beliefs, what does that mean we can't still be friends? Sure, I don't want you taking all of our land, and you need more land for your magic to grow. But we can fight about that when the battles come. Until then, allow a fellow human being with a vastly different life to hear about yours. Plus, I love a good story. Helps the journey go by faster, yeah?